Citizen militias, they're nothing new to Michigan.
Tonight, News 8's Joe LaFurgey is looking into their history here. Joe.
Right, see, these groups have been around for the last few decades, and Michigan seems to be a fertile ground for their development. When it comes to explaining what drives militia groups, Vanderbilt University lecturer Amy Cooter has become an expert.
I talk to these folks, I go to their trainings, to their meetings to really understand why it is that they do what they do. And I've had a special focus on groups in Michigan.
And Michigan has become a case study.
Michigan has always had a strong history with them. They were one of the first two states to have a formal modern militia movement where emerging militias, not just in Michigan, but in other states, actually look to them as a model of how to do public relations or how to conduct trainings or other things.
That history goes back to the mid-90s, the year before they carried out the Oklahoma City Federal Building bombing. Terry Nichols, then a Michigan resident, and Timothy McVeigh attended a Michigan militia meeting. Over the years, police and prosecutors have kept a close watch on the groups, sometimes with limited success. Take the Hitari militia. In 2010, several members from Michigan and neighboring states were charged with plotting a violent revolt involving the murder of police officers and civilians. But a federal judge eventually released the group on the most serious charges, basically saying the group didn't have the ability to pull off the plan in the first place.
And I'm already seeing hints that that might be part of the defense in this too, whether there are questions about how serious this would have been.
Despite their rhetoric and the heavily armed presence at anti-government rallies and other protests, Cooter says her research shows that 90% of members are nonviolent.
They're law-abiding citizens, many of whom kind of view this as a hobby, but also do think it is their personal responsibility to be prepared to defend themselves, their families, their communities.
Of course, these are not normal times, creating concern over the other 10%.
People are upset about a variety of different things. So it is important to be watchful and not just dismiss it.
Now, the professor says evidence that a large percentage of militia members are nonviolent is found in the fact that a member of the group connected to the kidnapping plot actually became an informant for the FBI during the investigation. At the live desk, Joe LaFurgey, News 8.